Hey guys, it's the interview queen Alicia Atu here, and I would like to welcome you to a wrestling review by Alyx in Alyx's World. This is a safe space for wrestling fans to be just that, wrestling fans. So at this point in time, I have a favor to ask all of you. Be sure to hit that notification bell so anytime Alyx posts a brand new podcast, you'll get the alert and be able to check out the awesome content. And while we're at it, Alyx is trying to expand his brand. He has a pro wrestling tees store now, so also check that out and support him that way. Thank you so much for hanging with me, guys. This has been the interview queen. Now enjoy the videos.
Initiating login sequence. Welcome to Alyx's World.
All right. Welcome to Alyx's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I am your host, Alyx. Just Alyx, and this is my review for AEW Dynamite. Wednesday Night Dynamite, September 9th, 2020, the fallout of one of the weakest shows that AEW All Elite Wrestling has produced. The general consensus says that, including me. Not saying the show was terrible. Not saying the show was one of the worst ever all time. Honestly, it was, compared to a lot of WWE shows that we've gotten in the past, you know, it still stands on its own. It's decent. But compared to the standard that AEW has set for us in terms of their regular shows and, of course, their pay-per-views, this was easily their weakest show. And All Out being their WrestleMania, plus the $50 behind that, we expect better. So the question is, did AEW bounce back this week on Dynamite? Was this show better than what was given to us on Saturday? We'll find out in just a second. If you like what I have to say, you want more, please do me a big favor. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to get all that content, to catch all this content when it comes out. And while you're at it, help expand the brand by doing all the following things. Like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter at VX1, Alyx's World. Also give me a follow on Instagram. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, and yes, Super Chats are officially on. You can donate throughout the podcast. Your Super Chat will be played live on the air with a little melody behind it. Most importantly, don't forget to email me at justalyxsworld@gmail.com. And don't forget to buy yourself a t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees and Teespring. You want an old school Deluxe Man t-shirt? Get you one. You want a new school Alyx's World t-shirt? Get you one. But most importantly, get you a blonde hair, blue eyes, apple pie, America t-shirt. Thank you to Firestar Heart and J-Nox for the awesome designs. I wonder what the password is going to be today. The password for this episode. Let me guess. Kenny Omega heel turn incoming. MJF is the GOAT. Ty Conti is awesome. Ty Conti is sexy. Oh, there it is. Ty Conti is sexy. All right. Hey, I get it. Sometimes Streamlabs be wanting them thirsty passwords. Y'all notice that? That when I try to give a reasonable password, they like, nah, no chat. But once you get the thirsty ones out, they be like, you're damn right. We got some thirsty people running Streamlabs. I'm just joking. Eventually we'll get this fixed, but hey, we here. The passwords has gotten us the live chat. Thank you all for joining me. I want to give a couple of shout outs. Of course, show respect to the moderators, Firestar Heart, Elias Ademi, and Ultra Shadow 97. The ones who help keep this a safe space for wrestling fans. Say hello to the following: Trey Jonas, Kurt Luttrell, Tino YT, Angel Reed. We got a super chat already. Look at that. KB Brown, Quentin Gilbert, Curvu Dubs. That's a new one. What's up, Curvu? Christopher Carter got some regulars.
And I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord. Well, I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord.
I thought All Out was decent, but I thought tonight's show was a lot better. It was one of the stronger shows they have done in a while.
I think people feel good about this show coming off of that pay-per-view. Everyone was just happy that they were able to bounce back from easily one of their weakest shows. So I think people are just happy that they brought it, man. It's really good. Oh, is that the same super chat or is it? Oh, that's the same super chat. Sorry. Pikachu Black, AEW fan 16-7, Twisted Tempo. Giovanni Garcia, King Mike Tutts, True Fire 901, HS, The Beat Jr., Jordan Williams, Emerola 408. And last but not least, AEW fan 167. Thank you all for joining me. Look forward to getting your thoughts and opinions in the live chat in just a moment. But let's go ahead and get into this AEW review. The biggest talking point coming out of this show was the debut of a big-time superstar. Although WWE didn't think he was a superstar, we know. We know he's a superstar. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to welcome Miro, a.k.a. Rusev Crush. You like the way I wrote my R's? Miro made his debut on AEW tonight in the Best Man segment. We had, was it Penelope Ford and Kip Sabian? Yeah, those two were like, hey, we're trying to introduce the Best Man. And we're all like, oh, Jesus Christ, why are we giving this TV time to this wedding angle? No one wants to see this wedding segment. It's stupid. It's dumb. You had two people come out and they're like, these no-name idiots. And then, actually, no, one of them was Brian Pillman Jr. I forgot about that. The first one was a no-name idiot. And the second one was Brian Pillman Jr., who, by the way, really talented guy. For real. Can't wait to see what else he does. And then, the big surprise was Miro. Walked out to a huge reaction. The crowd, by the way, was great tonight. Might be because the show was only 2 hours, and I'm pretty sure they had air conditioning this time around. Even if it was, like, still a bit hot, it wasn't as high as it was on Saturday, clearly. They were alive tonight. Rusev came out, and everyone was like, what do we chant? We can't chant Rusev Day, because that's not his name anymore. I know. Miro Day! Miro Day! Miro Day! Alright, Miro Day. Rusev Day is canceled, but Miro Day is here. Man, he was so happy. You know, you can just tell when Miro really loves what he does. When they were chanting Miro Day, he was feeling it. Miro Day! Miro Day! Miro Day! Really good. And he calls himself the Best Man. Where's he coming up with these nicknames? I like that. The Best Man. Okay. I like it. And now he's apparently working with Kip Sabian, and he's going to be in that wedding segment. Jesus Christ. He went from one horrible wedding to another one. I don't know if I like that or not, but look, I'm just happy he's here. It's nice seeing him still wrestling. He told us that he might be done, and they were able to bring him back. And he did a really nice shoot, a little nice dig at WWE, where he talked about, I was told to grab a brass ring that didn't exist. And once I did, I looked at WWE and told them to shove it up their ass. He didn't say WWE. He basically might as well have said the WWE. But here he is in AEW, and he's here to make a name for himself. Yep, Miro Day has come to AEW, and guess what? Do you see what I see? Is that blonde hair? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He knows what's up. Say it with me. Blonde hair, blue eyes, apple pie. America. A guy from Bulgaria representing America. This was great. It's good seeing him in. I want to get your thoughts though. Do you see him working out in AEW? I personally believe, and this is just me, more competition is always great. Not like from sport to sport, but inside the company, a lot of people are talking about why is AEW hiring all of these ex WWE guys, these ex NWA guys, these ex TNA guys. If they're stars, why not? Why can't they hire them? If Ricochet got fired or released from WWE, hell yeah, go to AEW. If Mustafa Ali got fired or released from WWE, hell yeah, go to AEW. Why not? Competition is what's going to push these guys to work harder. I want these guys to come in and push the homegrown talent to be better. Because AEW will push you if you're good. They're not going to push you if you suck. They'll give you TV time, but the moment that you suck, they're going to take you off. As you've seen with Brandy's Nightmare Collective, which had Awesome Kong. So if they were all about who they like, that would still be on TV. They push what's good. And as of right now, FTR, really good. Dark Order is quickly becoming one of my favorite things because of what they do on BTE. Then, of course, you got the Young Bucks and King Omega. Look, all you complaining about, this is starting into TNA because they're hiring WWE guys. My thing is this. Someone like Rusev, who wasn't getting a fair shake in WWE, is he not allowed to get a fair shake anywhere else? So what? So what if Rusev, Miro comes in and gets a championship match? TNT or WWE? WWE. Jesus Christ, I still think it's WWE. TNT or AEW World Championship. Why not? He deserves it, right? So good luck to him. I think he's going to be great. So I look forward to getting your thoughts. Let's get some thoughts in about Miro, aka Rusev, aka Miro Day. And I wonder if Lana will be watching. All right, let's talk about this episode of Dynamite. Like I said, overall, this was a big improvement, huge improvement from All Out on Saturday. Everything was a lot more tight. Everything flowed very well. The show was structured a lot better. Commentary was a lot more on point. The crowd was a lot more excited. Honestly, the only thing I didn't like was the tag team segment with FTR, which we'll get to in a second. Everything else was good. Good to great. Like this opening tag match. The Lucha Bros versus Jurassic Express. That's Pentagon Jr. Wait, that's not his name anymore. What's his name again? It's Penta L0M. Penta L0M? What the okay. Penta L0M, Pentagon Jr. and Rey Fenix taking on Jungle Boy Jack Perry and Luchasaurus. This was a great match. It was fast paced. There was a lot of car crash spot fest moments. You will always get that when it comes to Phoenix and Pentagon Jr. And that's something we need to see open every single show. And of course, the winners are Jurassic Express. Why wouldn't it be? After they had that great match with the Young Bucks on All Out, I think they do deserve a push. And based off of what happened later on, they're going to get a title match. Cool. So technically this was like a somewhat number one contendership match, but regardless, Great match to watch. Very fast paced, very spot festy at times. But you know what? What the hell is wrong with the spot fest match? Sometimes you need a spot fest match. You need the car crash, high flying, Canadian destroyers, crazy DDTs kind of match that a lot of people who are old school minded hate. You need that. You need a variety on your show. I'm sorry that you didn't like that. I thought this was great. Afterwards, we saw the Lucha Bros arguing. Rey Fenix and Penta El Zero was arguing and threatening to break themselves up until Eddie Kingston walked in and said, What did I say? He was just like, look, y'all can't be doing that. We family. I don't know what the hell is going on with y'all, but y'all can't be breaking up. And Rey and Penta were really going at it. They were about to fight. Rey tried to offer Penta a handshake, but Penta turned it down the first time, but they got it together the second time. So they're splitting up the Lucha Bros very soon. You can see that that's what they're teasing. Good. No offense. As much as I love Pentagon Jr. and Rey Fenix, I think they're both great, especially as a tag team. They should be singles competitors. Let's go ahead and get them into singles. Seriously. I would love to see Pentagon Jr. go for the world title. That's what I would love to see. And then Rey can compete for the TNT title. Why not? Now, I know some people will disagree with that because they want them to be tag team champs. I'm not saying you're wrong. As much as I would love to see them as tag team champs, what's wrong with them at least trying to become main event players first and then get back to that later? They can always be tag team champs in the future. But some of you are saying they can also be singles competitors. I am fine if they choose to break them up. How about that? We got a promo from Jake the Snake Roberts, who is standing in front of Lance Archer, the man who will be fighting Jon Moxley on the anniversary episode of AEW Dynamite, which is October 14th. I like that. Jake calls out Moxley and says he and Archer trash cars and like getting wet. And Moxley's gonna sweat and piss himself when they get a hold of Lance Archer. Lance begins to speak, saying John had nothing but time to prepare for the guys that came before him. But he cannot prepare for the despair. He cannot prepare for the despair. Try that. Try saying that 5 times. You can't prepare for the despair. You can't prepare for the despair. See? You cannot prepare for the despair that looks him in the eyes. Because eventually, everybody dies. Hey! I like how that rhymed. That was cool. Probably wasn't deliberate, but it was cool. But speaking of promos, perhaps the promo everyone was looking forward to came from a one Matt Hardy. If you missed the pay-per-view on Friday, you basically missed Matt Hardy had one of the most gruesome accidents that I have ever seen in wrestling. Make this a little smaller. But we were able to hear from him tonight after he took that horrendous bump off a scissor lift, missed the table and hit the back of his head on the concrete. And that whole incident where they stopped the match and then they continued it, although he had a concussion and got sent to the hospital. Which, hey, it got AEW a lot of heat that it kind of deserved. It made no sense to restart that match when he was clearly hurt. But they did it because Matt Hardy asked to finish the match. He wanted to give the fans a finish and not leave them disappointed. Well, he's out of the hospital and here he is getting a chance to speak. And I thought this was a great promo. It was genuine. He wasn't hiding. He wasn't playing a character. He was being himself, which is exactly what he needed to be. He gets to the microphone and talks. Well, before he can talk, he was drowned out by Hardy chants. Hardy, 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 Hardy. And he thanks the crowd for their undying support, saying it's amazing to actually be in an arena with a live audience and revel in their emotion. And he thanks us watching at home before addressing his very, very scary fall. And I love that he just didn't hide anything. He didn't hide anything. He just told it like it was. He knows it frightened a lot of people, and over the last couple of days, the outpouring of love and support has been overwhelming. Sorry about that. He was very happy to stand in front of us and say that after a battery of tests, he's expected to make a full recovery. So in other words, he's injured and can't wrestle right now. So clearly he did have a concussion. Then they shouldn't have continued that match, but okay. He's a lucky man, and he calls his beautiful family out, pointing out Rebby Hardy. That's right, Rebby Sky / Rebby Hardy was there in the crowd. She looks good. She had a baby on her chest, so I was like, what's up, Rebby? What's good, Rebby? With their newborn and 2 other sons at home. But he apologizes for the match at All Out not being what it could have been. But he is glad his feud with Sami Zayn is over before anybody else got hurt. Now it's time for him to get back to getting healthy, and when he returns, he wants a shot at an AEW title. So for me, although I would have preferred that AEW themselves released a statement apologizing for what happened, I cannot say this didn't work. I thought this was a very well done promo. It did quell my issues with what happened on Saturday just a little bit. Because look, he's okay. He's fine. He fell, got a concussion, but it's not like he's not going to be wrestling anymore. He didn't lose a limb. He didn't get brain damage. Not that I know of. He's okay. He's okay. I just have to say one thing, though, because I just want it to be clear. As much as I'm happy that Hardy's okay, as much as I'm glad that he's going to be able to wrestle again, which is also good, AEW really, really needs to work on this protocol when people get hurt. Because it's going to happen again. Someone is going to get hurt again. Somehow, some way, whether you want it to or not. We need to have a protocol in place to make sure that no one else gets at least hurt worse than what happens. Because the whole Matt Hardy situation on Saturday could have been a lot worse. Because after he got hurt and you continued the match, he climbed up another scaffold. What if he would have fell off that? We gotta be careful. But yeah, I'm just happy that he's okay. So I'm not going to give AEW any more crap over this. I think they got enough. Seriously, they got plenty of heat, deserved heat. Matt's okay. Let's just, for the future, have a protocol in place to make sure this does not happen again. Cool? Awesome. And apparently, Elias is telling everyone that I botched. I said Sami Zayn instead of Sammy Guevara. Is that what I said? His feud with Sami Zayn, easy mistake. Maybe I didn't even catch it. So his feud with Sammy Guevara. If I didn't say Sammy Guevara, I apologize. You don't need to clip it. Apparently, I clipped it. Why? Dude, it's okay. It's not that big of a deal. It's just a minor botch. I got it. So Sammy Guevara, his feud is over with when it comes to Matt. But yeah, mistakes happen. Like that. Easy mistake. Alright, well, let's hope he doesn't kill himself going on into the future. Let's see. Orange Cassidy got a victory over Angelico, and he beat him with the Orange Punch. Beat him with the same move that Roman Reigns couldn't win one match with. That's right. That's right. I just said it. I said Orange Cassidy has a better Superman punch than Roman Reigns. Suck it. Suck it. How about that? Post-match, Jack Evans argues with referee Bruce Remsburg before Santana and Ortiz hit the ring with the collapsible baton and attack Cassidy. Best friends come out to save him, and they announce that next week we're going to have a parking lot brawl between best friends and... parking lot brawl between Ortiz and Santana and the best friends. Sound good. I want more TV time for Angelico and Jack Evans. Maybe we could put them with Matt Sydal. Do TH3. See what I did there? I'm a genius. I'm not. I'm really not. Oh, this was hilarious. So, we can move on to the rest of the show. Alex Marvez, the man with one facial expression and a monotone voice, is backstage knocking on the Young Bucks' door. I want to get an interview with the Young Bucks. Knocks on the door. He's like, well, they're gonna come out eventually. I know they're here. Young Bucks, get your asses out here. He didn't say that, but he was really, really knocking. And then the door opens, and then Matt and Nick Jackson super kick the shit out of him, and then close the door in his face. I was like, yeah, there they are. That's the Young Bucks I'm looking for. Yeah, it's looking like the Young Bucks are turning heel too. Okay, so the Young Bucks are going to turn heel, and Kenny Omega apparently is heading for a heel turn as well. So we're just going to turn all three of them heel. I don't know if I like that, because we got FTR eventually going. If we're going to do FTR versus the Young Bucks, don't the Young Bucks have to eventually? Okay. We'll see how that works when we get to it. That's going to be weird. A heel Young Bucks and FTR. I don't know if I like that. Alright, sure. Alright, whatever, they're heel. So they're going to be a lot more interesting. That's for sure. Give me your thoughts on that one. Let's see here. Inner Circle versus Janela and Sonny Kiss. Oh yeah, Chris Jericho and Jake Hager took on Janela and Sonny Kiss in a no DQ match because Sonny Kiss eliminated Jake Hager on Saturday during that battle royal that was not good and was more known for Matt Sydal doing a shooting star press and missing.
And I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord. Well, I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord.
Logically, the Superman punch should end the match since it is a flying punch and because it is real move in MMA and kickboxing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So yeah, nice that that's his finisher. It actually works for him too. Oh yeah, I did enjoy this no DQ tag match between Chris Jericho, Jake Hager, and Joey Janela and Sonny Kiss. I thought Sonny Kiss looked especially good, and Joey, man, when Joey and Chris stand in the same ring, they do look very similar. Joey could pass off as Chris's little brother. If they wanted to go that route, they're not going to, but they look very similar. This was a highlight match with Sonny Kiss. He looked pretty good. Excuse me. She looked very good. And I'm happy she got a chance to shine. But we had to remember that it's Chris Jericho and Jake Hager, and it was no DQ. Chris Jericho sprayed Sonny Kiss with, I think it was a fire extinguisher. And then Jake Hager did a rock bottom, or a Uranagi, into a head and arm triangle. And he wins.
And I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh
I am surprised WWE hasn't booked Roman to win more matches with it.
I'm surprised too. They might start now since Orange Cassidy's using it. They might just go ahead and have him start using it. But yeah, Jake and Jericho beat Sonny and Joey Janela. Post-match, Chris Jericho just basically says, me and Jake win a shot at the tag team titles. And then we get MJF. My boy MJF cut a promo from backstage from his campaign office where he decries Dictator John for cheating like a coward. But you can't blame a scorpion for stinging you, and he's figured out who's to blame. This campaign was supposed to create change, give people hope, give hope to the hopeless, and make him a world champ. But they all blew it. He fires everybody, including Nina, smiling as Nina, telling her she's sick of her disgusting, crooked yellow teeth. And then Wardlow's like, excuse me, dude, you can't just talk to me like that. And Max proceeds to berate him. Like, treat him like shit. To which I go, Max, he is like literally twice your height, twice your size. Why are you trying to piss him off? But then Max goes, hold on for a minute. Is there a problem? I pay your contract. I hired you. You work for me. You don't work for Tony Khan. You don't work for AEW. You work for me. So you keep pissing me off and you won't be able to pay your family. Oh, that's a nice little wrinkle in their relationship. And he did the whole, am I clear? And he's like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, I can get some mileage out of that. I like it. I like it. That's going to be really cool to see how that blows off. Jon Moxley, speaking of champions, cut a promo. He says he saw Lance Archer earn his title shot at All Out and said to himself, son of a bitch, this isn't getting easier. But it's not supposed to be. You can campaign for it, litigate for it. The only way to be AEW champ is to crawl through a mountain of crap and come out the other side. Look at the numbers on paper. You might think he's going into a wood chipper against Archer. But that's not at all what's going to happen. Lance is just a man. And when they cross paths, all you got to ask yourself is, do you really want to bet against Jon Moxley? That's going to be a crazy match on October 14th. They've had great matches in New Japan Pro Wrestling. They'll have a great match October 14th. Oh, let's talk about this segment. Okay, we got the FTR tag team segment, which, look, they had Tully Blanchard in the ring with FTR, and he put his boys over as the greatest tag team in the world, because they're the leaders of the best tag team division in the world, by far. They're not wrong. So, by default, they're the best tag team in the world. Sounds good to me. They recount the details of their victory, and Cash Wheeler takes over, putting the tag team division over. And then he makes fun of the tag teams, SCU, saying they're old. Makes fun of the Private Party for not being anybody. Saying the Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy pairing is a stupid gimmick. Straight up saying it's a stupid, dumbass gimmick. And then Luchasaurus and... I was going to say Lucha Express, excuse me. Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy get in the ring. Then they have an awkward exchange where freaking Marco Stunt get in the ring, and then they throw paper in their face, and then it's just weird.
And I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord. Well, I've been waiting for this moment for all my life.
Oh Lord. Hey, get that Stevie Wonder.
Is Sunny transgender? I thought she just liked to cross-dress.
Hey.
Sorry if I sound ignorant, I just wanted to clarify.
Get that Stevie Wonder. Hey. I just think, honestly, I thought the only transgender performer was, the only one was Nyla Rose. So I just think Sunny's gay. Homosexual. I think that's it. You know what? Before we both look stupid, let's look it up. Sonny Kiss. AEW. Gender. Gay. So it's basically, he's still male. He just likes men. There you go. Alright. Yep. Yeah, he's just gay. He's not transgender. The only transgender is Nyla Rose. Which is, hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. But yeah, FTR started teasing some stuff with all the tag teams. They especially teased something with Billy Gunn and Austin Gunn, so that's gonna happen sometime in the future. But next week we're getting Jurassic Express versus the FTR, who are calling themselves Fear the Revelation. I almost want to say Fear the Revolution, which is too close to evolution. So Fear the Revelation works too. I like that. Yeah, I didn't feel this segment. I didn't like it. It was, I think when they were talking, it was good. But once they started getting into physical stuff, it fell apart. That's just me. I didn't like it.
What about us?
Hey.
What about us?
Hey.
What about us?
Hey.
Every day is Miro Day.
Yes, it is. Happy Miro Day, everybody. So much better than Rusev Day. It's so much better than Rusev Day, in my personal opinion. Danera Conti, Ty Conti, little fine ass Brazilian jiu-jitsu, blonde hair, blue eye, you know what, signed recently with AEW. And she had a match with Nyla Rose. Now, of course, it's Nyla Rose, so of course she had to lose, but this is good. I'm happy to see Ty got an opportunity to really do her thing. And she'll be a great addition to the women's roster. A roster that still needs some work. Needs a little bit more blood, a little bit more life to it, but I like it. I like that they signed her, and they gave her a spotlight, and she was in tears when she went out there. She was happy to be working for AEW. Afterwards, Vicky Guerrero asked to be excused. Excuse me! She calls her and Nyla Rose the Vicious Vixens. Who came up with that? Well, the Vicious Vixens are here to make a statement, and they're not going anywhere. And Nyla Rose proceeds to beat up Tanera Conti, or Ty Conti. And then Hikaru Shida makes the save with a kendo stick in hand before anything can happen. And then they do a recap of Alex Marvez getting super kicked by the Young Bucks. Yes! Loved it. Okay, we do 2 interview segments. We had Tony Schiavone talking to Hangman Page from earlier. Let's talk about that one first. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, right here. So, wait. I gotta be sure I get the right one. Yeah, here it is. And I also love that they were plugging Twitches and third parties here on the show, because you know WWE had that story out, but I think WWE made it clear that the talent can use Twitch and all the other third parties. They just can't use their wrestler names. So whatever. Hangman Page did a sit-down interview with Tony Schiavone. He did the whole, look, I'm feeling good, man. And then Tony said, don't lie to me. That's such a stock answer. What happened in All Out lets us know that you're not okay. How are you feeling? Page says they had fans at All Out, and not many. And you could have heard them, but he didn't. For 30 minutes, he didn't hear anyone make a sound. And it was like everyone was holding their breath, like they knew it was inevitable that they'd lose the tag titles and fall apart. But he didn't think it was inevitable. FTR shouldn't have had that title shot in the first place. Kenny was right. The Young Bucks should have won the gauntlet. And it's his fault that he lost his 2 best friends. And he was stupid enough to think that FTR were like him just because they look like and act like him. He's like everybody else, full of blood and bones, but he feels like he's actually full of poison. Aww. Aww. He says this is probably his toughest test, but he's going to get through it. You already see what's happening here. They're giving him some sympathy. And I like it.
And I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord. Well, I've been waiting for this moment for all my life.
Teddy Long, do the Teddy.
Okay, cool. I am LGBT myself. I was just confused because you used female pronouns for Sonny. Thanks for clarifying. Thumbs up.
Glad I could clarify. Thank you for sharing that. You got LGBT fans too? That's right. All right. This channel is expanding to everybody. Let's talk about Kenny Omega's promo with the good old Jim Ross. Kenny Omega speaking to Jim Ross. He says things happen, and when you've done this for 20 years at the highest level, winning and losing belts is all part of the game. He agrees that he and Paige had chemistry that held them together in the ring, and that's why he thought this is what he was meant to do in AEW. He had expectations of being a single star, huge expectations of being a single star put on him, to be the ace of the company, and he lost his way. It wasn't until he found Hangman that he found a sense of purpose. And he says they have such a deep tag team division. And to get to that level, they had to dig deep and learn about themselves. And what he learned about Adam Page, Hangman Adam Page, he doesn't particularly like. They had a good run, but Hangman had better make other plans if he's thinking about trying to reconcile. He gave a year to his life to tag team wrestling, but it's time to get back to singles action and giving the fans what they want. Got to give the people what they want. Look, they're clearly setting up a Hangman Page and a Kenny Omega feud. And it's looking like Kenny's going to be the heel. Based off of the Young Bucks clearly turning heel. And Omega teasing that he's going to give the people what they want. So, yeah, if they go this route, that's going to be a hell of a feud. Boy, those matches are going to be great. Omega and Hangman Page. Woo! Ooh, that's going to be good. That's going to be really good. Can't wait for that one. This is where they announced that after the show, we'll get a big announcement from Cody Rhodes. Assholes. Main event was Mr. Brodie Lee, Luke Harper, but Brodie Lee, who was the new TNT champ, taking on Dustin Rhodes. This was a really good match. Very good old school wrestling match, which I appreciate being the main event because you had a show filled with high-flying spot festy matches, which I love, by the way. They ended it with an old school match. Well structured. And Dustin Rhodes, he had a really good performance against Brodie Lee. But again, it's Brodie Lee. So he beat the piss out of Cody Rhodes' brother, Dustin Rhodes. Also, Dustin Rhodes lasted longer than Cody. Also got in a lot more offense than Cody. But the story with Cody is that he was working too hard. His constantly defending the championship never gave him a chance to rest, and it got the best of him. And so he got shut out by Brodie Lee. And now he has a break. Interesting. But great match. I loved it. I thought it was a really good match to end the show. Dustin Rhodes still has it, but the Dark Order still reigns supreme. And they beat the piss out of Dustin Rhodes and QT Marshall. And that's it. That's how the show ends. And then we get Cody, who got breaking news. And we're like,
What about us? What about us? What about us?
So basically the NJPW Elite is back. Awesome.
I hope so. That'd be really cool. Cody Rhodes comes on to make a big announcement. And the big announcement is AEW is debuting a game show. A game show. A talent show, to be more exact, but they call it Go Big Show. Well, it's the Go Big Show. You're gonna go big in that show tonight. Yeah! Okay, sorry. Yeah, extreme talent show where people come in and Cody gets to play Simon Cowell. This is the worst singer of the worst talent in the world. They got Snoop Doggity Dogg. We got Rosario Dawson? Rosario Dawson? My wife? Y'all didn't know I was married to Rosario Dawson, did y'all? Yeah. That's mine. It's mine. You can't have her. And Bert the Machine K. I don't even know how you pronounce his name. Yeah, he's hosting. I don't care about him. So, AEW apparently is doing a Go Big show. And I'm just like, oh, okay. So, we're trying different things outside of wrestling. Sure. Alright. I mean, it's something. Hopefully it doesn't bomb. So, Snoop Dogg's here. That's good. I guess. I love this comment. Oh, look. Snoop Dogg. Sasha Banks to AEW confirmed. Or Mercedes. It's Mercedes Banks. Alright. I got nothing else to add. Because America's Got Talent. I've seen it. This is another version of America's Got Talent, but I'm just kind of like, sure. Alright. There you go. That's AEW Dynamite. A big improvement from Saturday. But can they continue it going forward? We'll find out. Live chat, talk to me. Talk to my baby. See, Kurt Luttrell says, I don't know if it's an AEW show. It's on TBS and only had Cody in it. Well, they said that, and they advertised that AEW was debuting a new show this year. So I was thinking this is it. I might be wrong, but that just seems to be it. Jordan Williams. Oh, you mean Sasha Banks' cousin? Yeah, I know him. Yeah. Snoop Doggity Dogg. Adam Ritter wants Anna J. I'll let you have her for 2 days. I want her back. Tino YT. Alex, did you see in the beginning they teased the MJF Jericho feud? Oh, I forgot about that. What? How did I skip over that promo? Yeah, that promo was great. Where they were basically kissing each other's asses. Oh my god.
And I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord. Well, I've been waiting for this moment for all my life.
Teddy Long.
Oh Lord.
I think it's a Turner show just with Cody being a part of it. Not AEW related.
Alright. We'll see. It just came off as an AEW show. By the way, they, advertised it on AEW. Let's see. Tavon Jameson. Was really hoping NJ would show up with the Dark Order. Oh, sure you want that? Thank you, Night Thrax, for the 99-cent donation. NJ is in a feud with Brandy Rose right now. I don't think I want to see that match. I don't think I want to see it. Jordan Williams. Pentagon and Phoenix were singles competitors in Lucha Underground. Oh, I know! And never acknowledged the fact that they were brothers, so it will work. I'm cool with it. Lakers up by 2-1 on the Rockets. Lakers are they're just lame. That's just what that is. They're lame. That's it. Rockets will, they'll get their win back. They just let them get ahead to make them feel good about themselves. That's all it is. It's a money ploy. We gotta make that money, baby. James Harden knows that the longer this goes on, the more money he makes. So he's letting them think that they're ahead, but y'all ain't. Y'all ain't. Is that why Cody's injured, so he can film for AEW's? Well, okay, apparently it's not AEW, but it's a different show. I guess, perhaps. We're getting the New Japan Pro Wrestling Elite. Income the Elite are selfish comments. Screw it. Let's go. They did a full year giving to the roster and putting them over. Now it's their turn. It's their turn now. Crusader Gamer, I'll be watching basketball this Thursday. Cool. You get to see the Rockets beat up the Lakers. The Elite being champs will work so much better with them as heels. Yeah. That just seems to work. I hope they have TNT tag team. You mean a different set of belts? Simply Deep. If Cameron was serious about her return to wrestling, she should have went to Japan. They wouldn't allow her because she sucks. Spinosaurus. I thought the show was really good tonight. AEW made up for All Out, in my opinion. They did. It was a good bounce back. My Texans play tomorrow. Football is garbage. Who cares? Why do y'all watch this stupid sport where they get concussions? They trade people to Arizona where they get paid more money than any other football player because he's one of the best receivers. Stupid.
And I can feel it coming in the air. Oh Lord. Well, I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord.
Do you think it's dumb that anytime AEW signs a former WWE wrestler, people complain even though it's getting the wrestler work during a pandemic?
It's very stupid. Especially if it was like a Brock Lesnar, I would get the complaints. It's Rusev, aka Miro, who didn't get a single shot to work in WWE. You should be happy that he got a shot. Makes no sense to me. I completely agree. It's stupid. Let's do a couple more and then I'm gonna get out of here. Crusader Gamer, Alyx in trigger mode every time someone brings up football. Totally funny. I'm not in trigger mode. I just think football is garbage. What do you think about the Orlando Magic? They ain't the Rockets, so they trash. Gen X. I don't hate football. It's the toxic football fan culture that I really hate. Well, you see, when something is garbage, it creates what's called a garbage culture. So if you're someone who tries to understand people who watch a garbage show, you can't do that because garbage culture comes from garbage shows. So apparently you hate football now because your team traded away their best wide receiver. No, I just hate football because it's a stupid sport. And it's not wrestling. Football wishes it was wrestling. See, basketball is a great sport. Basketball had Michael Jordan, had Kobe Bryant. These are legends. These are icons. You get me? Michael Jordan had a movie called Space Jam. Name me one football player that had a movie worth a damn. That's right. You made me do John Cena. The trail is here. That sounds like trigger mode to me. Spinosaurus, AEW is a new company. In order to attract new fans, they need those ex-WWE guys and girls. I mean, you need people who are well known. So yeah, you're right. Whether it's ex-WWE guys or ex-New Japan guys, who cares? Crusader Gamer, and I totally lost respect after they fired Colin Kaepernick and basically got mad at the athlete for taking the knee during the national anthem. You know what? Crusader Gamer? We here. They fired Colin Kaepernick. God damn it. All he did was just take a knee. Because these people up here shooting us folk, a guy takes a knee and they all like, he ain't American, man. Ain't right. Ain't right. And Tom Brady deflating footballs. And I want to come up here and talk about some football's the greatest. Football ain't shit. You know what football is? It's what happens every time I go to the bathroom. That's a football. Let me go take a football.
What about us? What about us? What about us?
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky.
I think about it. Hey, calm down with them songs though. You know who sung that song? I'm just saying. Good ass song. But I don't know if... Good song though. I should be singing Monica. I will cross the ocean for you.
What about us? What about us? What about us?
Do you think Melina will make an appearance on AEW?
Oh, absolutely. They better bring her in. We brought in Thunder Rosa. I want Melina next. Everybody get up. It's time to slam now. Welcome to the Space Jam. It's your dance, do your dance at the Space Jam. It's your chance, do your dance. I think that's the lyrics. It's the chance, do your dance at the Space Jam. Alright. Let's see here. Why at the end we always go into football rants? Because people just won't stop talking about some goddamn football. It's garbage. Thunder Rosa appearing next week too. Oh, okay. Alright, that's enough. Wrestling is awesome. So is basketball. Football can go screw itself. But you guys don't have to go screw yourselves because you're great. Thank y'all for watching this show. I hope you guys have a good time. This is Alyx. Just Alyx signing off. Have a great Wednesday night. And I'll see you next week. Take care. Peace. Really? You didn't want me to leave? You didn't want me to leave. You didn't hit that last little chat.
For all my life.
With AEW and NWA working together, do you think there will be another Super Show?
Possibility. Not gonna hold my breath though because of the pandemic, but could happen. So we'll try this again. Thank you for making me a part of your day. I'll catch you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.